How you doing, guys? I'm Sean.
Hi, I'm Lyn.
And we are dreaming of Avalon.
And today we're going to talk about how to program crystals.
Okay, guys, I'm assuming you actually have your crystals and you bought your crystals and you have your crystal collection and you want to program them. Now, as you've probably already gathered, programming crystals, there's 101 different ways of doing it. And please accept that this is just myself and Lyn's way that we feel comfortable with doing it. But I think they all have one thing in common. It's our intention. You know, what we feel comfortable in. But basically, programming our crystals is you're putting your intent into what you want your crystals to do. And both myself and Lyn have different ways of doing things reference to crystals, and it's just finding what resonates with you when you're working with your crystals. You know?
Now this is the method I would use when programming a crystal. First of all, I'd ask what I want the crystal to do for me. For example, if I want a crystal to help me sleep overnight, or if I want one that's going to help with my anxiety, or if I want one to help me watch my weight, or anything like that, I would choose a crystal. Again, instinctively, I'd go to the crystal I was drawn to that was going to help me for that purpose. And then what I would do then is, once I've chosen the crystal that I feel would be the right one for that purpose, I'll take it in my hand and I'll tune into the crystal, and then I would program. By programming, what I would do is I would actually send a thought into that crystal and what I want the crystal to do for me. So, say like I wanted to help me to sleep overnight, I would tune into it now and I would tell the crystal that I want it to help me to sleep overnight. And I'd actually visualise myself fast asleep, sleeping away, snoozing away in the land of Nod.
Snoring away.
Snoring away blissfully. And I'd put that visualisation and that thought into that crystal. And I'd hold that thought into that crystal for at least 30 seconds to a minute. Now the same if I'm suffering with anxiety or anything like that, and I want it to help me, I'm feeling a bit stressed and I want a crystal to help me with stress, I can infuse positive thoughts into that crystal of being really relaxed and really at ease, and visualise myself being really chilled out, really calm and collected, and put that thought and that visualisation into that crystal and hold it for 30 seconds to a minute, and that will program the crystal for you. That will be programmed. That crystal will hold that thought of what you want it to do. Now, another really good idea as well is, if you want a crystal to carry around with you in your pocket, say like for example you suffer with panic attacks or you hate crowds or anything like that, or going out into the supermarket, all that stress and queuing up, and it makes you feel uneasy, then have a tumble stone. Again, choose the one you feel instinctively drawn for, that would help you for that, and then take it in between your hands again, hold it for 30 seconds to a minute, infuse that positive thought form that you want it to do into that crystal. So you're programming that crystal like, I really wanted to help me with panic attacks at the supermarket, or I really want to help it with my exams, I'm stressed out with my exams. Then you program that into the crystal, hold it for 30 seconds to a minute, and then once that's been programmed, it has that visualisation into that crystal. You can carry it around with you, carry it in your coat pocket, carry it in your jeans, carry it in your handbag, put it anywhere you want on you, in your being, and that would really help. And so like you carry it in your pocket and you're feeling a little bit nervous and you think, oh, I've got the nerves coming on, I'm in this big queue in the supermarket and I've got to be back by 5 o'clock and that. Rub the crystal in your pocket, give it a rub, and it will jog the memory of that crystal and it will really help you, to really give you that positivity. It's fantastic. I do it all the time because I actually do suffer like with panic attacks now when I'm out and about, especially there's loads and loads of people. And carrying a crystal in my pocket is fantastic, because once I've programmed it with what I want it to do, and I'm out and about and I'm starting to be a little bit anxious, thinking, oh God, all these people here, I give the crystal a little bit of a rub and I feel instantly relaxed and calm. And this is brilliant as well to help you for sleeping.
Definitely, and if you're a fella, be careful of rubbing crystals in your pocket because you might get some strange looks. It's okay for a girl, so just be careful if you're a fella and you have crystals in your pocket and you start rubbing them. People might get the wrong idea. But never mind, it does work. What we're telling you here is it's fact. It's happened to us. We work with the crystal daily, and we're talking about our own experiences here, and we wouldn't tell you something that we genuinely don't know to be fact. It's fact for us. It has worked. It still works. We're still learning from the crystals, and as I say, just go into it intuitively. You'll hear saying it again and again and again. It's your positive intention is going to make the difference. If you go into this here and say it's not going to work, or it's rubbish, or something like that, well, you know what? It's not going to work, and it is rubbish.
Has to be a positive intention, absolutely.
Positive.
Yeah. Because a crystal reacts very well to positivity, and if you pick a crystal up and you think, I really want this to help me with my exams, I've got exams coming up or college work, and I'm really anxious about doing and passing these exams and studying and that. And you're thinking, oh, this isn't going to work and that. And you're trying to infuse that thought into the crystal. It's not going to work. You have to be positive. You have to visualise yourself actually whizzing through them exams, doing really, really well, finding it really easy and coming out with really good grades. It's brilliant. Yeah.
And if you think about it, if you're holding a crystal and you're saying that this here, the selenite, this is not going to work, or this here, or I've got a bad day, or your anger and all them thoughts, you're actually going to impregnate that into the crystal. And this is the thing about programming. You can program a crystal to do good, and you can program a crystal to do bad. And believe me, both things will work. But both things will affect yourselves. In other words, if you're programming a crystal to do bad, trust me, this one's going to come back on you, and you're going to receive the bad. So always positive intention. And when you're holding a crystal, as Lyn says, just actually put your belief in your thought. Whoever you believe in, by the way, ask for your guidance. All the time ask for guidance, and you will find that the answers will come to you. But put the positive energy into the crystals.
Absolutely. I mean, the brilliant things about quartz and crystals is they do hold memory, which is fantastic, because people think, putting thoughts into crystals and that, but it holds a memory, so you're infusing what you want it to do for you, how it can help you, and you're locking that into that crystal. Brilliant, it really is.
If you're not familiar with cleansing crystals, we've recently done 4 videos on cleansing crystals. Just check the links below, and as I say, you'll get some information from it. Hopefully it'll help you out,
Yeah, it's brilliant, because it's best. A bit of word of advice: cleanse your crystal first before actually programming it what you want it to do. So the crystal is nice and clear, and it's got rid of any old vibrations and memories of other things. And then that's a clean crystal that you're infusing what you want it to do into that crystal, which is brilliant, do you know? Yeah, and very effective, isn't it?
Yeah, well actually, when you've got your crystal too, you've programmed it, and don't let anybody else use it. Don't let anybody else hold it. Don't let anybody else put their thoughts into it, because it's hard to explain. It's something like whenever you have a good story, something good has happened to you, and you're sharing that story or the fun happening with somebody else who's a bit of a doom and gloomer, and you're full of positivity, and you're going, look what happened, such and such, such and such, and the person rubbishes it. Do you know how you feel? It like burst your bubble. Well, that's the same with the crystal. So don't be putting good work into crystals and empowering them, empowering yourself, only to give your power away to someone else who's going to rubbish it, or who's going to put their own negativity, picking up a crystal, sure, it's only a piece of rock, So be very careful that when you put your own crystals, keep them for yourself, make them become you, and you'll realise that you're communicating with yourself, with your higher self, each time you use your crystals.
Definitely. Now, what about programming for a room? Say like you have a lovely big crystal, a lovely showpiece in the middle of the room, and you think, it's a beautiful, beautiful crystal there in the middle of the room. You have loads of guests coming around, dinner parties and everything. Everyone who visits your home, you want them to not only admire the beauty of that crystal, but you want that crystal to actually put back out there what it's given to you. So, what would you recommend, Sean?
Yeah, well, definitely. It is important that your intention, we keep saying it again and again and again, and if we keep repeating ourselves, it's because we actually believe this is one of the most important things in life, is your positive intention. So you've got a lovely home, or you've got a home and you're comfortable with it, and you've got crystals sitting around the place. Position one, so say for talks that you have a crystal like this, or smaller, it doesn't matter what size it is, your intention's there. But you'd actually be saying to the crystal, look, I'm blessed to have you here with me at this section of my journey. Use your own words, your own terminology. But I would be saying to the crystal, look, I've got people coming into my home, and I'd love you to radiate beauty and happiness to everybody that comes here.
Makes all the guests feel at ease as well. That's good, isn't it?
We want them to feel comfortable. We want them to feel relaxed. We want them to, when they go home, to feel happy and positive. So would you help us anytime the guests come into the home or anybody who comes to the door, that they feel that positive energy that we like to give out? And that is empowering crystals. So get several crystals, doesn't matter what size it is. Once again, take it in your hand, put yourself into your zone where you're comfortable through meditation or whatever way you want to do it. Hold the crystal and ask the crystal, infuse your love and your happiness into the crystal and say you want it to radiate. As Lyn says, as it's after cleansing the crystal, you just put that love and happiness into the crystal and you will find it will resonate with people who come in. They'll be instinctively drawn to it.
Now, say if it's your personal crystals that you're programming, again, don't let anyone else touch them. But if you're having one in a room and you're having loads of visitors coming around and you want that crystal to put out all that positive energy out there and make all your guests feel at ease and all happy and everything, then don't stop them from touching the crystal, please.
Don't touch that crystal.
Please let them touch the crystal, because you've programmed that crystal to bring out happiness to everyone that comes into your house. So if they're touching the crystal, let them do it.
Let them do it.
Because it's going to be wonderful for them. Do you know?
I'm actually talking about personal crystals that you want to be using for healing, or you want to use for self-empowering, the young personal crystals. But as Lyn says, the communal crystals that you're going to be having in places where people, they're going to be drawn to them. Some people actually think they're carved out by themselves, but when they find out that the creator, the artist, is Mother Earth, it's
amazing thing that the earth actually created it like that. That most people are amazed when they're coming into our house. We have so many crystals. They come in, they go, wow, look at these. What are they? And we say they're crystals and they're from Mother Earth and they've actually been grown like that. People can't believe it because they think they've been machine made or something like that. They can't believe the earth has made something so beautiful.
And it helps make them think outside the box. And this is what we're hoping to do, is we're not trying to tell you to do it our way. That would be, if that's what you're getting from these videos, then we feel it's ridiculous. You know, we actually want you to be empowered and inspired to be yourself, to tune into whoever you believe, tune in, and for the goodness of humanity is to take us to a next level. And hopefully crystals, I honestly believe crystals will help you in your journey, regardless of what you're facing. You know, we're talking about attracting money. You read the books and it can be confusing, and I don't buy into them all. I don't poo-poo them either. At the end of the day, it's somebody else's words. But some people talk about this crystal will attract money into your life, this one here will attract love into your life, this one. I personally do not believe that. I don't believe it. What I do believe is they magnify your intention. So if for talk's sake you happen to be in a financial situation that's not to your liking, let's say, if you have a crystal and you want to impart, the crystal itself will not bring money into your life. But what the crystal can do in a positive state of mind will remind you that how special a person you are. And you know, you will find, and you're putting it out there, say, look crystal, I want you to genuinely help me to attract this abundance of money. If you're familiar with the law of attraction, read up on that, check it out online. It's all about our intention. You know, we attract things into our life that we ask for. So if you want more money into your life, I genuinely don't believe a particular crystal can attract that money. You will attract the money. If you happen to be single and you're in a bad relationship and you want love in your life, a crystal will not bring love into your life. You bring the love into your life, but it's down to your positive intention.
So true.
Yeah, you know, where a crystal will help. You get a crystal and you turn around and say, crystal, I want to bring a beautiful person, male or female, into my life. I want to have a happy life. I want to have, talk to your crystal. In fact, it's magnifying your prayers up to whoever you believe in.
That's a brilliant, well that's actually so true. Do you know, with crystals, like with programming, it is actually talking to your crystal. You're telling it what you want the crystal to do. While you're doing that, you're not only programming the crystal and you're putting it, storing it into its memory, you're putting it out there to the law of attraction as well. So it's a very powerful way, isn't it?
It is, definitely. So guys, we'll round up now because we're trying to keep the videos quite short. As you gather, we're passionate about what we believe in.
We could talk about crystals because we're so passionately about them. I could talk all day, could you?
And when we're looking at the camera, we're actually looking at you here, and we're sending you our thoughts and our love and our happiness and our belief that, you know, dreams do come true, and it's we just have to believe in it. And I really don't care where you come from. I don't care your gender, sexual orientation, colour of skin, anything like that. I think these are genuinely beautiful people, and you'll find when the more you work with crystals and start to go down your own path and start to get some power instead of giving people your power. The world is a beautiful place, and as I tell you, crystals will only bring you love and happiness. I actually believe that.
Oh, 100%. They've changed our lives.
Brought Lyn into my
Absolutely.
life.
It's so true. It's how we met each other completely.
Yeah. I knew nothing about crystals about 7 years ago. Lyn brought herself and the crystals, and it's been a blessing to have both Lyn and the crystals in my life. And so, trust me, guys and girls, they do work, you know.
Oh, absolutely. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. I hope we've been a help to you. And any questions at all, please leave some comments down below.
Yeah.
Feel free to ask us anything. Love your support.
Yeah.
And anyway, sending love as always.
Love you guys. And to say, hit us a wee like if you like it. You can follow us and check us out on Twitter and Facebook. And to say, we'd love to see you. Catch you in the next video. Good luck.
Bye.